All right, in this CAD clip, we're going to show you a little bit about creating some sloping piping systems in our Revit 2013. I'm just going to start off with our mechanical template file that's provided with Revit 2013. And it starts us off in a mechanical floor plan. I don't want to see that HVAC stuff. So what I'm going to do is say, okay, open up my level 1 plumbing plan here from that template file. I'm going to hit my close hidden to close off that original window. Then I'm going to open up my 3D plumbing. And then I'm going to tile my views again off my quick access toolbar. I'm going to pan over here. And I'm just going to draw a little bit of piping and then show you a little bit about adding some slopes in there. So we want to start off with the Systems tab, and we can add this into our Quick Access Toolbar again. Right click on there, Add to Quick Access Toolbar. So I can start my pipe tool. We want to check the pipe type in here. I want to make it a PVC. You want to make sure the level, it's going to be relative to the level that you or your plan is based on. Check your vertical and horizontal justification. This offset's the same as that. This diameter is the same as that. You want to check and put this on the system you want, like the sanitary system. And 9 feet's a little bit high. Let's start off at about 3'6". And then I'm going to pan in here with my middle mouse and then zoom in a little bit. Maybe move over here so I have something relative. And I'm going to draw my first little segment of pipe. Notice that the 3'6" got carried over from there, and off I go. And I'm noticing that I'm set in medium detail. It's only going to show up as single line at first until I change that. So that's okay. So I'll say, okay, there's a length. I can say it goes, 6 feet. So 6, enter, and then it goes 6 feet. And then after it goes 6 feet at 3'6", I'm going to say, okay, now I want it to drop down to, 0. So then this next segment is going to be down at 0. Okay, and then I hit escape, and there's my drop right there. In the meantime, I'm going to draw another segment at the 0. This is going to be the main trunk, and this is going to be the drain, for instance. So it's going to go over here, and then it's going to go down there. Escape, escape. And now what I'm going to do is change this view to be fine detail, so we'll see better pipes. It looks like there's some filtering going on in here, which is filtering the sanitary pipes to be green, so don't worry about that. Let's change this to say shaded, might look a little nicer. And then pick over here, and where did my pipes? I'll zoom out here a little bit and change my view also to be fine detail. You can see there's that set of pipes. So this was at the 3'6", and this is down at 0. Okay, so we can do this in a couple of different ways, but I think I'll do it this way. I'm just going to do a window box and grab these guys. Everything at this point is non-sloping. Okay, and I'm going to say copy, use my copy tool, and multiple, and then pick on here, and I can type in numbers and distances as I please. It doesn't matter. So I can add in some copies of this over there. Hit escape, escape. And I should point out that when you do draw that piece of pipe in here, the default was slope off. So we want to make sure that was set to be no sloping. I should have pointed that out right off the bat. So slope off, you want to make sure that is on. And that's the whole idea, is we'll add some sloping in soon. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit escape, escape, and I'm just going to use my extend tool to extend these pipes because they're all nicely down at the same elevation, and it would work even if they don't. It would add in the little requirements and the fittings there. So I'm just going to use my regular modify tool and say extend multiple, pick on here, and then pick these guys one at a time, and Revit's going to add those components in. I'm going to go and change this guy also to be shaded. What happens if I go realistic? Any better? Not much. Shaded. Okay. So Revit's going to add in all those T-junctions and everything there for me. And now I want to add in some sloping. So I say okay, back in here. Okay. And what I do is you hover over one of the objects. Doesn't matter which one, but if I only want to go from here to here, I would pick on here, hover over to here, and go tab, tab, tab. Oh, I would have to pick them individually. I thought I could tab over to there, and then shift to remove. Okay, and then you could add sloping just to those segments, which would slope this, keep it straight, slope this, and these would slope. All the flat ones would go sloping to the degree we want, and the verticals just stay vertical. Okay, but I want to do the whole thing, so I'm going to pick out here and hover over here and go tab, 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 click. Now I have them all selected, and all I have to do is go up here and do my slope. And then over here I can add in my slope, which I can put in 1/8 of an inch over 12, 1 to 96, almost a 1%, just under a 1% slope. And then you'll notice that you're going to see this red arrow, and what the red arrow means, that is the low point. So that slope, that's showing the upward slope. Okay. If you pick on here, it goes to the other end. It's smart enough to know that these are the low points. So this is where you want it. So either it's sloping up this way. So the high point would be up here and on the main run. And then these would all still slope down to there. Okay. Or you pick on here, and this is now the low point. These still slope to here, but this main trunk now is sloping down and down. Okay, so that's what this guy does. It's really smart that way. So we say finish and click out. And if we look at that, there is a 1%. Let's go to our view cube and click front, and then we can be sure. So there's our nice sloping pipe going down, 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 down. Shift middle mouse. So there our low point would be over there. Okay, and then of course you could go in here and use your annotation tools and add in a spot elevation somewhere on here if you wanted to. The 0 is going to be right in the middle, right? So that's back to my 0. And then you can pick on here and grab that center point. I'm not at a very good angle here to grab it. 3'6". Oh, I missed it by a little bit. Okay, so you could add in some elevations. If you're starting to annotate, you should go down here and lock this 3D view. So then you can't spin it around and your annotations get all out of whack. Try it again. Spot elevation. You could just go anywhere along here and pick out a number. If you don't like where those elevations are, hit escape, click on here. And I believe you just move it. Oh, you can slide it. That's one thing, but I want to keep it in the same place. There we go. And then you can move the text by itself. So that's kind of neat. And of course, that'll read your scale factor over here. So nice little tip on using the sloping system. If you want to, for some reason, change it, you're going to pick on here, tab, 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 pick it all. Then what you do is you go into slope. And if you'll notice this is grayed out. It's disabled. So what you have to do actually is you have to remove the slope and set it back to be 0 again, and then hit finish. And then it's now back to being 0. And you could have, when you click on here, you're going to see that it's going to say slope 0 and 12. Okay. Watch what it'll say soon. Click on here, it says 0 and 12. So to change it, you have to remove it, set it back to be 0, and then you have to tab, 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 pick, and then simply add it back in again. And now you can pick your sloping and say it slopes that way by, 1/96. Click out, finish. And then if I go to my view cube and then pick on the front, Not letting me use my view cube. Oh, it's locked. Aha, you see I locked it. Unlocked the view. There we go. Oh, wrong side. Spin it around. There we go. Now the low point is there, and it's sloping down that way. Kind of neat. So that's a little bit of a lesson on Revit Revit MEP 2013 using the great sloping tools for pipes.